My name is Waithera. I'm a journalist. I work with Radio Africa Group in Murang'a County. And in my job, I have worked on so many stories on incest, which I've come to learn is very rampant in Murang'a County. And from what I understand, incest is any sort of relationship that a man or a woman has that is sexual with a minor who is a family member. Not many cases are reported of incest, and it is very rampant in the villages, because what has been happening is, if, for example, a father sleeps with the daughter and she falls pregnant, the family comes together and sorts the issue in-house so that the case doesn't even get to the police. If a man defiles his daughter in a certain village, the possibility of all villagers finding out about it is very, very high. So what happens is, if a girl, a teenager, falls pregnant, the community will be talking about it. There's a mother who is going to get offended by the fact that the husband slept with the daughter. And again, you need to understand that some teenagers are sexually very active. They're hormonal, their bodies are changing. So they don't exactly understand that the fact that sleeping with them is an offense. They like it, they enjoy it. Personally, I feel like the women they feel like they're caught in a catch-22 situation, because you want to retain your marriage, at the same time you care for your children. You don't know what to do. I would like to see more women calling for more action to be taken against men who defile their daughters, or even adults who defile daughters. And I think women should be among the people who should be calling for policies to be put in place, and the policies that are there to be enforced, and police officers and chief administrators who take money, bribes from suspects, to be jailed. Women in the villages, they should be coming out. Once a case comes out that a girl is pregnant or a girl is being defiled, they should be, demonstrating all the way to the chief's office, all the way to the police station, calling for this person to be arrested. Because if they don't, eventually this man may actually come for your daughter. Or your own husband in your own home may decide they're going to do the same to your daughter. So we have a very rich culture and people like to follow it. We don't believe in such familial relations. It may happen in isolated cases where cousins actually are allowed to marry, and you find in such cases the kids, most of such situations, you find the kids, they have some funny diseases, like they're disabled. You get 5 kids and every time you give birth, the child becomes disabled, because you're mixing the genes. It is not acceptable. It is not accepted in Murang'a, but it happens once in a while. I started covering incest issues a few years back, and unfortunately, let me just say fortunately, I have not encountered somebody who is mature, who is as a product of incest. But I don't imagine being in a family setup where you have a grandfather and a grandmother, and you have your mother and your uncles, blah blah. So when you're in a situation where your grandfather is also your father, of course it would be very awkward. And I don't imagine, as the mother, you would want for your daughter not to find out that the grandfather is also the father. So the child may actually not find out. They may hear from, villages. Of course, there's a lot of gossip. So they may find out from gossip, but they may never be able to confirm from the family. So I think it's very important for parents to observe very clear boundaries with their children, and to teach their children to observe, again, very clear boundaries with people that surround them. My recommendation would be that players in people that get involved in these cases, it's very important that we create a lot of awareness on incest and defilement, and especially we need to put a lot of emphasis on teachers, because teachers spend a lot of time with children. They get to understand their characters. So once a particular child's character changes, they're able to know. And most of these cases, the first people that realize the girls are pregnant are the teachers, because they're able to establish that this person is behaving differently. I think we need to train teachers more to identify these changes in, and for them to know that if you see a girl walking funny, or if you see this and this and these changes in children, then it could be they're going through sexual assault.